trending on Procyon radio and television with Sarah. Well, today I have Gabriel Okotie in the house.
Good, nice having me.
All right, and I have MKO All-Rounder, a music comedian.
Thank you for having me again.
Thank you for joining us. Tinubu accuses foreigner of illegal gold mining in Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu has accused foreigners of illegally mining gold and other minerals in Nigeria while fueling violent activities and other criminal undertaking in the country. Tinubu made this accusation during a speech which he gave at the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The foreign actors, notably Chinese, have been widely accused of conniving with local accomplices and armed groups to take control of large expanses of mineral feed lands. In the words of the president, mercenaries and extremists with their lethal weapons and vile ideologies invade our region from north, and harmful trafficking undermines the peace and stability of an entire region. Kogi is like an evil forest that needs a messiah. APC has activated panic button over my Guba ambition. Dino Melaye, the People's Democratic Party's candidates in the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Kogi State, Dino Melaye has stressed the importance of November 11 polls by saying that Kogi State is like an evil forest that needs instantaneous redevelopment and needs a messiah. MKO All-Rounder and Gabriel Okotie, here we are on Trending today. Tinubu accuses foreigners of illegal gold mining in Nigeria. Let me start with you.
It's a wrong statement for even the president to say he's accusing some people of illegal mining.
The foreigners.
Yeah, the foreigners in his own country. That means we don't have surveillance. That means there is misplaced priority in the country. Where you are the leader of a country and you are saying you are accusing. I wonder how those people came to this country.
You know, he just started, so he just discovered that
it is not possible. It is not possible that they just discovered.
Okay.
There's misplaced priority in this country. In those days, we have different kind of mining happening in the northern part of this country. We have tantalite gold, all this mining in Jos, and so on and so forth. We know the kind of money Nigeria made out of it, out of our natural resources. It's just that priority has been shifted to petroleum. Meanwhile, that is the highest place where the money is. I wonder why people are shouting of petroleum, petroleum. Are you aware that tantalite is used for aero parts? And a lot of people have been packing it. And tantalite is a byproduct of even coal. That's the kuza that you have in Jos. So, of course, what is happening in the northeast and the rest, where people mine a lot of precious stones, gold and the rest. It is not as if the government are not aware. It's a special cartel that has been working. And there's no government that will tell us that they are not aware that such illegal things have been happening there. So when you hear insecurity and you hear all kind of bandits doing one or two things around that side and so on, it is their interest that they are protecting. Of course, former security aide to Abacha came out one time, and Mustafa, to tell us all the secret that is happening around there. Sarah, now let me tell you something. There's no how you have your house. You hide, maybe this is where you kept your television. This is where you kept your, your sound box. This is where you kept your jewelries and the rest. And you are telling me that somebody will just come in, invade your house for so long and is packing your jewelries and you did not do anything about it? Why are you deceiving? They should stop deceiving us. Anyway, I pity even the minister of solid minerals and so on. The young, I think he's one of the youngest ministers. I pity him because I can't see how he's going to work with those. How he's going to work against those cartels. Those cartels are very, very strong. They are very, very strong. It takes somebody. It takes a government that is very strong and ready to free Nigeria out of that exploitation. Otherwise, it won't work. So for Tinubu to accuse foreigners, yes, But what I'm saying is that everybody has a foreign policy. If you tell the foreigner not to come to Nigeria until he gets his clearance, he has no right to come through the back door. Where is the immigration and so on and so forth? All we need is to swing into action and stop accusing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, our president has come out that all these foreigners in Nigeria, especially the Chinese,
Yes.
you understand, that they are colliding with the warlord in Nigeria and perpetrated evil because of our mineral resources. Now, let me come this way. You remember during this thing started when the agitation of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta that time that they agitated the region is one that produced the oil and this thing, and they are vandalized the pipeline, do all these things during the Yaradua, and the Yaradua came and they surrendered to Yaradua and the then the northern people now pick that okay, so we too can form something like a militant, using that one to camouflage and be selling our mineral resources illegally to these western countries. That is when they formed the idea. No, they came around with because what we don't know in this country is that the mineral resources deposited in the north is so enormous that even past that oil that we are carrying, that we have oil in the south. You understand? What is in the north? I'm telling you. You want to talk of lithium, you want to talk of gold, many resources in the north here. You understand? The largest deposit of lithium is in the Sambisa forest that this Boko Haram occupy. Yes. So they came with the idea of a Boko Haram, bandit, herdsmen, or whatever to camouflage. Understand? And each of them now gather their warlord. They buy guns for the people, you understand, to surround them with the security, to be exporting this thing illegally to the foreigners. And now, when we are saying the foreigners, now actually you can see them on ground. If you go to Borno today, you will see them in form of NGO. All these oyibos, where they from Bornos, where they from Sanfaras, where they from this that you are seeing them, they say they are NGO. Actually, what they are doing is that they are the one buying all these resources illegally. They are the one they are selling it for. So the government knows about it.
And they transport it outside the country without the government.
Without the government. The government knows about it.
All right.
Yes. Categorically, the government knows about it. Now, when you see the government of Muhammad Buhari came as a terrorist government to this nation. What they came for is because of the resources in the north to sell it illegally to the foreigner. That's why you see 80% of people working with Buhari then, they are the one participating in this evil. They are the one. That is why you see that you are blaming Nigeria military. I wonder when people used to talk about Nigeria military that they don't have weapons, they cannot combat the terrorists, they cannot do this to Boko Haram, they cannot do this. Who are you saying? I know that our army, we have a good army in Nigeria that can work, but they cannot work when they are gas. They are the one protecting this. They are the one who are the warlord that's financing all these terrorists. They are the one because of to cover up the camouflage. Use this one to cover up for the resources they are taking illegally outside. Okay. So they now put it in the name of Boko Haram, bandit, herdsmen, or whatever, just to cover up. You understand? At times they will use religious crisis. They are not doing religious crisis in the north. They are not doing all these things you are seeing. The unrest, the insecurity that is happening on the north is true to take the illegal the resources of Nigeria illegally by all these people. And all these people, they became powerful because when they sell all these resources, they have money, they have wealth. They will now go into politics.
And I'm very surprised. And I'm very surprised when they say, people like Kaloma Ali, who was one-time Minister of Solid Minerals, And sometimes when I hear people shouting, the Zani stole so much from Petrola,
Yeah.
I say, what kind of, how my own people can be? This lady was a minister of solid mineral.
Yeah.
There are some quiet ministry where money is there.
Yes.
And the government don't even look at that
Yeah,
area.
that's
One of it is the solid mineral area.
And
it is a cartel
Okay.
that is even stronger than the government.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you very much
because the
for-
government is
Because you
involved.
cannot have insecurity where Ali Gusau in Zamfara, as a very tough security man, is in Zamfara.
He's
And
in
you're telling
Zamfara.
me that insecurity
Yes,
is
yes,
Abel, tell us.
You can see
All
what
right,
is happening in
let's go
Zamfara.
to the next item. Thank you, gentlemen. Dino Melaye in Kogi State is saying that APC has activated panic button over his gubernatorial ambition, and that in Kogi State, Kogi State needs a messiah to be able to come back to life again. So.
You want me to respond
Yes,
on
sir.
that?
Yes.
Well, Kogi State, to me, as far as Kogi State is concerned, Kogi State is an enigma when it comes to the foundation of this country. Like when we're looking at foundation, we're probably looking at when the white men came to this country to give us independence, to give us awareness of one or two things. The white men were first in Kogi before they even came down to Kaduna, Lord Lugard, and the rest. If you go to Kogi State up to now, you'll still see those monuments. They are still there. I expect that Kogi stands more or less like a capital of this country, Lokoja to be precise. I want to tell you categorically that that state is supposed to be an edifice as far as this country is concerned. But I wonder why it's like that. Well, I won't blame them. If you look at the history of Kaduna State, for instance, since Lord Lugard, there have never been a good development like what Malan Nasser did. I'm not Malan Nasser's fan. Do you understand?
Yes.
But if you know Kaduna, I was born and bred and watered in Kaduna. Since I was in Kaduna, in fact, all my years in Kaduna, it is only now that even if I go to Wharf Road, I won't even know it is Wharf Road. But it has been like that since Lord Lugard. There are many things, transformation that has happened. Now, in Kogi State, similarly, I don't know, maybe it's a particular thing that the white man come and drop that the place will not develop. Because Kogi State is one unified place where we are supposed to see development. But what is the problem? And we have not heard that the Galas, the Kaba, the Okenes, the Basange, and the rest, they're always fighting themselves. No, everybody's minding his business. So what is going to stop them from development? We've had various governors that have been part of it, and I wonder why it's so difficult for them. Today, Sarah, I will tell you today, if you go to Ayangba University, it was brought by the civilian governor that died after election, Audu. That is the best design. Go and check that university. It's the best design in the whole country. If you look at the design of that university, you understand.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that Dino Melaye may not be the messiah. You know why? People look at politics as interests or so on and so forth. Politics is science. That's why I go to the university to read politics. If you look at the geographical spread, where is Dino from? Dino is from Kaba. Dino has to align with people like the Nupe of Lokoja, the Basangays, and then probably the Galas. If they endorse him, then it will be against them in totality with the Igberas. Now, Igberas cannot even leave their own for him. And I can see the Igalas putting loyalty and support for Dino. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that is just what it is. Now, I can't see somebody saying that Emiloko in Kogi State. Kogi State is one kind of state that if you think you can... See, I'm sorry to say, Sarah, that if care is not taken, I think the government should put machineries on ground. If care is not taken, there is going to be serious violence in that election. I look at that election with violence and at the end of the day, inconclusive. Because there's going to be serious violence in that state because of the interest involved in the gubernatorial race. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I'm talking about the competency of a leader. What we have in Nigeria and what is troubling us in Nigeria is not corruption. It's about the incompetency of the people we produce as a leader. Now, when you are talking of Kogi State, you are talking of the tribes like the Okuns, the Galas, the Basas, the Aigalas, or whatever. So if you are talking in this way, that only that if this gala will produce, this one will produce, that there's no how the Dino Melaye can be governor because the gala is a majority.
Yes,
That's
I'm talking about the geographical spread.
Now, the geographical all these things that we are putting, all this religion, tribe, all these things we are putting, that one cannot give you a competent leader. What we are saying is, if you have a competent leader, go and sleep. The thing will work for somebody who knows what to do. You understand? When the God knows what to do, he didn't pray. He always thanks. When you know what to do, you can be able to do fine in the government. Now, what we are saying is this. Now, Dino Melaye, you know the antecedent of Dino Melaye. I'm not a fan of Dino Melaye, but let me tell you now that in Kogi State, there's only two parties. As far as Nigeria politics is, it's only two parties. It's PDP, between PDP and APC.
Don't forget that SDP is also strong.
Forget that one. When you hear the result, when you begin, it cannot have up to 20,000. If you not have, SDP will not have more than 20,000 votes. Now, let me tell you now, what is happening in Kogi State is that they need a leader. Now, a leader, you are the one that said that you could see the development, the level of development in the Kogi State. No, I'm talking of Kogi State.
Very poor.
It's very poor in Kogi State since Lord Lugard.
Yeah.
But now, somebody is coming. Do not let us mind the religion, the tribe, where I come from. But let us see the antecedent. Understand that makes a leader, somebody that loves the state. When this man called Dino Melaye was in the house, you understand? There was a time that he cried in the house that when this present governor, Yaya refused to pay the civil servants. And this man cried in the house that when my people is hungry, they have to contribute rice for Dino Melaye. Pack it to the Kogi. This is just a senator, one of the senator of the Kogi State.
Okay.
You understand? Because he loves his people. That's why he did that. So now,
are you telling us that Dino Melaye is truly going to be the Messiah of Kogi State?
Yes, me I can see it.
Let me put your mind to something. You are talking about competency. Now, has there been any time in this country where we look professionalism above mediocrity? It has never happened. It is when you have, even from primaries. Sarah, right now, you are a journalist, a presenter, isn't it? You can't go to Kogi now because of competency and then go and run primary and think you are going to win.
No.
You must have a lot of millions to be able to win. All those candidates that are on top there that emerges as the gubernatorial candidates, because they have so much money and a lot of intrigues, Magumago has gone on, that put them there. Are you saying in the entire Okun there are no competent candidates that can handle the government? Why Dino Melaye?
Thank you very much. In this junction that what you are telling me now is that now that's what has been affecting. You know, then when you see our constitution, electoral law, these things that we are doing, that's what cannot give chance for these people that you are talking. But now, Kogi State has the PDP has elected Dino Melaye. Out of, if you look at them, you can see the one that you can see among them, among the people parading that they want the seat in Kogi State. What I see, I'm not from Kogi State. I'm just buying my mind.
Well, I'm telling you,
I have never seen Dino Melaye before, but I've been hearing about him. You understand? I know if you can give this guy a chance in Kogi State, you will see development as you see development of El-Rufai in Kaduna State.
Sarah, before El-Rufai became the governor of Kaduna State, nobody even knew he was going to contest election. As far as Kaduna State is concerned, El-Rufai has been a grassroots in Kaduna State as a quantity surveyor. Now, being the Minister of Federal Capital, we thought he was just going to go silent. You know what he did there? Isn't it? A lot of people probably wouldn't have said they would go and vote El-Rufai as a governor.
Yes.
But people needed development.
Yes.
And he came and exhibited it. You may be hated, but you can go ahead and do it.
All right.
In that same Kogi you are talking about in PDP, I am well knowledgeable about Kogi State. There is a candidate that came through the PDP, Bolu. Bolu came. Bolu is a fantastic civil servant who had gone through the ranks.
But did he win
He didn't win the primary.
Talk about so his name is why we are talking now. The one on the table, the 1% now. You understand? What we see now. Those that have won.
So you think that the boxer?
Thank you very
you
much.
know the boxer?
No, those that have
Do you know the boxer?
Trending on
Do you know the average of boxer?
Well,
Do you know the boxer?
Yeah.
You think the boxer will allow you?
We see what we are. I know that they will rig the election there, but what we are saying is that it's a move forward. It's to move forward. You need somebody who is experienced, who can do the job, and I know that will do it. How can a boxer do a boxer?
Is the governor going to take it away from him?
Coming to the studio.
Thank you for having us.
Trending on Procyon Radio and Television with Sarah Agon. Thank you for watching us. And gentlemen, thank you once again for being here in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Keep shining like the star you are.